Kick-ass facts, but pew pew pew! Sarah Breedlove, later known as Madam C.J. Walker, was the first woman self-made millionaire in America. Born free in 1867 to former slaves, she married at 14 to escape an abusive household and became a single mother by 20. Starting with little education and low-wage jobs, she developed hair care products for African American women, building a successful business with her second husband's help. By 1917, she employed 20,000 women and promoted their financial independence. A philanthropist and social activist, she donated much of her wealth to charity. Though she wasn't a millionaire during her lifetime, her fortune grew after her death, marking her as a pioneering entrepreneur and community leader. She entered the Guinness Book of World Records as the first woman to become a millionaire independently without inherited money. What mysterious event involved 9 Soviet hikers dying under bizarre circumstances in 1959? A. The Tunguska explosion, B. The Dyatlov Pass incident, C. The Chernobyl disaster, or D. The Kola super deep borehole accident? The correct answer is B. The Dyatlov Pass incident. When rescuers finally found the campsite weeks later, they were baffled. The hikers' tent had been cut open from the inside as if they had fled in a panic. Some bodies were discovered nearly a mile away, barefoot in the snow, wearing little or no clothing despite sub-zero temperatures. A detail sometimes explained by paradoxical undressing, a phenomenon of severe hypothermia where victims feel a false sensation of heat and begin to shed their clothes. Even stranger, one hiker had a crushed skull, 2 had shattered ribs, and another was missing her tongue and eyes, yet there were no signs of struggle or external wounds. Since I mentioned them, let's talk about the others. The Tunguska explosion. Something exploded over Siberia in 1908 with the force of about 1,000 Hiroshima bombs, flattening 800 square miles of forest. No crater, no meteor fragments, just scorched earth and leveled trees in a massive radial pattern. Most scientists think it was a meteor or comet that exploded mid-air, but no one saw it land because there was nothing left to find. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986, in what's still considered the worst nuclear disaster in history. Reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl power plant in Ukraine exploded during a safety test. It released massive radiation across Europe. Dozens died quickly, but thousands more suffered long-term effects. The sarcophagus built around it has been replaced by a massive steel containment structure completed in 2016, but radiation inside remains lethal for 20,000 plus years due to the long-lived isotopes like plutonium-239, which has a half-life of 24,000 years. The exclusion zone, roughly 19 miles or 30 kilometers in radius, has areas where radiation levels have dropped enough that wildlife is thriving and guided tours are allowed. However, hotspots with dangerous contamination, especially in soil, could take hundreds to thousands of years to fully decay. The Kola super deep borehole accident. In Russia, scientists once drilled 40,000 feet into the earth, the deepest man-made hole ever. But strange things reportedly started happening. Drill bits failed, temperatures hit 365 degrees Fahrenheit, way hotter than expected, and some even claimed eerie noises were heard from below. It was eventually sealed, but the weird stories sparked creepy legends like hearing the screams of hell. Rabbit mothers will visit their babies' nests for only about 5 minutes a day, usually at dawn or dusk. The young kits remain hidden and unattended the rest of the time. This low-contact parenting helps keep the nest quiet and safe from predators, relying on the young rabbit's rapid growth and instinct for early survival. Trepanation is one of the oldest known surgical practices, involving drilling or scraping a hole in the skull. Ancient peoples believed this released evil spirits or pressure causing illness. Archaeological evidence shows many patients survived the procedure as indicated by healed bone around the holes. It was practiced worldwide from prehistoric Europe to Peru and is considered an early form of neurosurgery.